So here we have the Capulets Orchard. We're on page 806. This is Romeo and Juliet, and it is coming to be the morning after they visited with each other, and here we go. So just remind yourself, Mr. and Mrs. Capulet want their daughter to marry Paris. Romeo is visiting Juliet before he runs off to Mantua, and here we go.
Wilt thou be gone? It is not yet near day. It was the nightingale, and not the lark, that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear. Nightly she sings on yon pomegranate tree. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn, no nightingale. Look, love, what envious streaks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east. Night's candles are burnt out, and jocund day stands tiptoe on the misty mountain tops. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Yond light is not daylight, I know it. It is some meteor that the sun exhales to be to thee this night a torch-bearer, and light thee on the way to Mantua. Therefore stay yet. Thou needst not to be gone.
Let me be ta'en, let me be put to death. I am content, so thou wilt have it so. I'll say yon grey is not the morning's eye, 'tis but the pale reflex of Cynthia's brow. Nor that is not the lark whose notes do beat the vaulty heavens so high above our heads. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come, death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How is't, my soul? Let's talk. It is not day.
So we're talking about light and nightingale, and right here, a lark sings in the morning, a nightingale sings at night. And Juliet is trying to tell him that it's a nightingale and that it's still night, but Romeo knows that it's the morning. Continuing on.
It is. Hie hence, be gone, away. It is the lark that sings so out of tune, straining harsh discords and unpleasing sharps. Some say the lark makes sweet division. This doth not so, for she divideth us. Some say the lark and loathed toad change eyes. Oh, now I would they had changed voices too. Since arm from arm that voice doth us affray, hunting thee hence with hunts up to the day. Oh, now be gone, more light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes.
Madam, nurse, your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke, be wary, look about. Let window let day in, and let life out.
Farewell, farewell, one kiss and I'll descend.
Art thou gone so? My lord, my love, my friend, I must hear from thee every day in the hour, for in a minute there are many days. Oh, by this count I shall be much in years ere I again behold my Romeo.
Farewell. I will omit no opportunity that may convey my greetings, love, to thee.
Oh, think'st thou we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not, and all these woes shall serve for sweet discourses in our time to come.
Oh, God, I have an ill-divining soul. Methinks I see thee, now thou art below, as one dead in the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails, or thou look'st pale.
So here you have, a couple things to talk about. Number 23, Juliet thinks that Romeo should leave because if he stays, he's going to die. It's inevitable. So she still has the opportunity. If he leaves before the sun comes up and he gets out of Verona, she still has the opportunity to see him again. If he stays, today, this is the end. And so obviously that hopefulness of the continuation of their marriage. And then the next one is as Juliet's looking down from the balcony, she says, as one dead in the bottom of a tomb. She says, you look like someone dead in the bottom of a tomb. And ultimately, she says, he looks like he is dying.
And trust me, love, in my eyes so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu, adieu.
Oh, fortune!
Romeo leaves.
Fortune! All men call thee fickle. If thou art fickle, what dost thou with him that is renowned for faith? Be fickle, fortune, for that I hope that will not keep him long, but send him back.
Now, Mrs. Caplet's going to arrive. We know that she is interested in talking about Paris. So here she's had an evening or a night with her husband, and now her mom wants to talk to her about marrying another dude.
Oh, daughter, are you up?
Who is't that calls? Is it my lady mother? Is she not down so late or up so early? What unaccustomed cause procures her hither?
Why, how now, Julia?
Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death? What, wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live. Therefore have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit.
So obviously, Mrs. Capulet thinks that Juliet's crying because Tybalt's dead. The real reason she's crying is that, well, she just saw her husband and he left and he's banished from the city. And her mom pretty much says, hey, a little bit of crying shows a lot of love. When you cry too much, it makes you look like an idiot.
Yet let me weep for such a feeling loss.
So shall you feel the loss, but not the friend which you weep for.
Feeling so the loss, I cannot choose but ever weep the friend.
Well, girl, thou weepst not so much for his death as that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain Romeo.
Villain and he be many miles asunder. God pardon him. I do, with all my heart. And yet no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives.
Ay, madam, from the reach of these my hands would none but I might venge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it, fear thou not. Then weep no more. I'll send to one in Mantua, where that same banished runagate doth live, shall give him such an unaccustomed dram that he shall soon keep Tybalt company, and then I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him dead. Is my poor heart so for a kinsman vexed? Madam, if you could find out but a man to bear a poison, I would temper it, that Romeo should, upon receipt thereof, soon sleep in quiet. Oh, how my heart abhors to hear him named, and cannot come to him, to wreak the love I bore my cousin Tybalt upon his body that has slaughtered him.
Find out.
So Juliet here says she wants to be the one to go and poison Romeo. You know, she's trying to sound like she's really mean and doesn't like Romeo, but she's just trying to find ways to see her husband again. Tons of dramatic irony here. And we'll continue on.
The means, and I'll find such a man. But now I'll tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they, I beseech your ladyship?
Well, thou hast a careful father, child. One who, to put thee from thy heaviness, hath sorted out a sudden day of joy that thou expectst not, nor I looked not for.
Madam, in happy time, what day is that?
Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn, the gallant, young, and noble gentleman, the County Paris, at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee there a joyful bride.
Now by St. Peter's Church, and Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste that I must wed ere he that should be husband comes to woo. I pray you, tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet, and when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate, rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
So Juliet is really ticked off right now, and she tells her mom she would rather marry Romeo than Paris. She'd rather marry the man who killed her cousin than Paris.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself, and see how he will take it at your hands.
When the sun sets, the air doth drizzle dew, but for the sunset of my brother's son it rains downright. Oh now, a conduit girl? What, still in tears? Evermore showering? In one little body thou counterfeist a bark, a sea, a wind? Well, still thy eyes, which I may call the sea, do ebb and flow with tears. The bark thy body is, sailing in this salt flood. The winds thy sighs, who, raging with thy tears, and they with them, without a sudden calm will overset the tempest-tossed body. How now, wife? Have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
Soft, take me with you. Take me with you, wife. How? Will she none? Doth she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count her blessed, unworthy as she is, that we have wrought so worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate that is meant love.
How now, chop logic, what is this? Proud, and I thank you not, and yet not proud. Mistress Minion, you, thank me no thankings, no proud me no prouds, but fettle your fine joints against Thursday next to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag thee on a hurdle thither. Out, you green sickness carrion, out, you baggage, you tallow face!
Fie, what, are you mad?
Good father, I beseech you on my knees. Hear me with patience but to speak a word.
Hang thee, young baggage! Disobedient wretch! I tell thee what, get thee to church a Thursday, or never after look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me. My fingers itch. Wife, we scarce thought us blessed that God had lent us but this only child, but now I see this one is one too much, and that we have a curse of having her out on a hilding.
God in heaven bless.
Whoa. Mr. Cabot's pretty feisty right now. You know, sometimes we say stupid stuff. I would tell you that he's just so angry right now on his daughter, and he just wants to help her out, and she's not thankful of that, and he just gets angry. I'm not saying it's okay to be like this, but I think we can, acknowledge at times that when we act like this, people act like this. They get really mad, and we don't necessarily know why.
Sir, you are to blame, my lord, to rate her so.
And why, my lady Wisdom? Hold your tongue, good Prudence. Smack it with your cuss of skull.
I speak no treason.
Oh, God, you good
May
den.
not one speak.
Peace, you mumbling fool. I think of gravity or a cuss of fool, for here we need it
You
not.
are too hot.
God spread, it makes me mad. Day, night, hour, time, tide, work, play, alone, in company, still my care hath been to have her matched, and having now provided a gentleman of noble parentage, of fair domains, youthful and nobly trained, stuffed, as they say, with honorable parts, proportioned as one's heart would wish a man. And then to have a wretched, puling fool, a whining mammoth, in her fortunes tended to answer, I'll not wed, I cannot love, I am too young, I pray you pardon me. But an you will not wed, I'll pardon you. Graze where you will, you shall not house with me. Look to it. Think on it. I do not use the chest. Thursday is near. Lay hand on heart. Advise. An you be mine, I'll give you to my friend. And you be not, hang, beg, starve, die in the streets, for by my soul I'll ne'er acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall never do thee good. Trust to it. Bethink you, I'll not be forsworn.
Is there no pity sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grief? Oh, sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week, or if you do not, make the bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee.
So Juliet tells her mama she'd rather lay next to Tybalt in the tomb of the Capulets than to marry Paris right now. And her mom says, I'm not dealing with this stuff. I'm not going to say a word. Do whatever you want to do. I'm done worrying about you. And we know that, Mr. Capulet, he tells his daughter that if you don't marry Paris, I'm going to disown you. And so here we have, left in the room, we have the nurse and we have Juliet.
Oh, God. Oh, nurse. How shall this be prevented? My husband is on earth, my faith in heaven. How shall that faith return again to earth unless that husband send it me from heaven by leaving earth? Comfort me. Counsel me. Alack. Alack, that heaven should practice stratagems upon so soft a subject as myself. What sayst thou? Hast thou not a word of joy?
Give me some
comfort,
advice.
Faith, here 'tis. Romeo is banished, and all the world to nothing, that he dares ne'er come back to challenge you. Or if he do, it needs must be by stealth. Then, since the case so stands as now it doth, I think it best you married with the county. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a dish-clout to him. An eagle, madam, hath not so green, so quick, so fair an eye as Paris hath. Beshrew my very heart, I think you are happy in this second match, for it excels your first. For if it did not, your first is dead. Or 'twere as good he were, as living here, and you no use of him.
So the nurse says, marry Paris. She says, Romeo doesn't live here anymore. You're not going to enjoy him. Let's just figure this out. Just marry Paris. This kind of takes Juliet aback because she is married to Romeo already. And so she asks the nurse, "Are you serious?"
Speakest thou this from thy heart? From my soul, too, or else beshrew them both. Amen. Well, thou hast comforted me marvellous much. Go in, and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father to Lawrence' cell, to make confession and to be absolved.
She says, "All right, nurse, thanks for your insight. I'm going to go visit Friar Lawrence and confess because I've been mean to my parents." The nurse responds, "Okay."
I will, and this is wisely done. Ancient damnation! O most wicked fiend! Is it more sin to wish me thus forsworn, or to dispraise my lord with that same tongue which he hath praised him with above compare so many thousand times? Go, counselor. Thou and my bosom henceforth shall be twain. I'll to the friar to know his remedy. If all else fail, myself have power to die.
Okay, and I think it's pretty important. The nurse has told Juliet that she should marry Paris, and this is something that she draws a line in the sand. She's not going to do that. And she realizes at this moment that the nurse is not for her anymore. Sometimes some people say stuff to us, we're like, "Did you really just say that?" When they reaffirm what they say, it makes us realize, wow, you're not the person that I think you are. And I think it's really important to understand that, to realize that the friendship between the nurse and the Juliet is over now. And so she's going to go visit Friar Lawrence and figure out what's going on. She realized that if nothing else fails, she has a chance to commit suicide here. And the biggest thing I think to think about is that, her friendship with the nurse is over. And that, remember, she's going to tell her parents, the nurse tell her parents she's going to go to Friar Lawrence themselves to have a confession. And that ends us up here, students, and we'll continue on.